First off, they had a big idea. They had this game coming out called Spore, which is about creating your creature that then goes on and lives through its evolution. So it was a big idea of a game. And they came to us and they said, well, and this was like a year in advance of when this game was going to launch. And they said, we want to let people create creatures. Like basically, we want to give people the first 5 minutes of the video game. So they worked with us because they had a big idea. And they just came to us in advance so that we had ample time to put something together. Now there's not a video here that I'm going to show you. So right there, download the free Spore Creature Creator. It was a little gadget, you could download it, you could build your creature, you could make videos off of it. It was very, very simple. Okay? They did that. They had their own videos there. So far, they've gotten 150,000 creatures made and given back to them. Okay? Now, that's pretty powerful. I mean, like literally 20 minutes ago, one of these videos was posted. It's never stopped. It just keeps going. And so what that means is if you come to us like with a genuine idea that really needs our help to pull it off, we can do it. It just takes a while. So I'm going to show you one other thing too, because I want to show you this because sometimes you have a lot of content, let's say, and usually like when I start talking with an agency, I'll say, do you have videos or do you want to let users make videos from maybe one that you have? And oftentimes advertisers will go, we don't have any videos. We want to work with people on your site. We want these people to help. So all of these here, these are partners of YouTube. They are either users just like yourselves that made such good content over and over and over again that we gave them partner status, which gave them some advanced functions and some things like that. But it also allowed them to make money off of the videos that they're putting onto the site. Okay, so we created for them, and this comes back to the idea of displaying your video, a carousel. It's a very simple way to put videos in there. Toyota came to us and said, we love comedy, figure out a way to give us funny videos like every 10 days. So we worked with our partners, we put it together, and all of a sudden we had this. This is an example of a big giant gadget, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to wrap up here in a minute so you guys can enjoy and get drinks and stuff, but this is an example. Right here, this thing is a gadget. It doesn't even exist on our site actually. This is an ad that's really being served that we populate. Because if you come down here, it's just the same old brand channel. We just have a space up at the top where sometimes we can do these things. Now this is something that I just want you to think about right now because we're figuring out how to bring something like this to everybody, but I want you to see what's possible with it. And I have one last example if I can find it here. And if not, I'm just going to bring it up again. All right, this looks like a watch page. So watch what happens here. So that was an ad, all right? And that was something that we can do. Now, this is the only thing like this so far that we've done, and I had to beg the founder of YouTube to let me do this with them because this plays with our brand in a way that's kind of questionable too because we're breaking our site essentially. But did you guys get what they're trying to convey here? That shaking the game is really important. Because that's what you have to do with the Wii controllers. You have to shake it really hard, and that's what does everything in the game. So again, though, I mean, and actually, like you can grab these things and move them around. And you can play with them, and bust them up like that. It's a real highly evolved version of Flash. It's called Glade, and it works with physics. But we worked together with them to pull this thing off, and I think the effect is pretty amazing. Because what we did in essence is we created the first brand channel on YouTube, and to seal the deal, like way down here, hey, it's just a brand channel, okay? And, you know, the same stuff is there. There's 3,000 people that figured it out, and, you know, stop destroying YouTube, you know, I mean, this is, so people have left their comments, and they've let this happen. So I think that's a good spot to leave it on, because I've shown you guys a lot of stuff. I hope some of it's funny. I mean, at the end of the day, content that is creative is king, and it still just rules. People want to be entertained all the time. Music is great. YouTube has lots of partners. So if you've got something you're thinking just about music and you want to work with, you know, 50 Cent on it or something like that, well, let's start talking about that. Maybe we can do that. So that's what I got for you guys. Hope that was helpful. All right? Nice stuff there.